Hello guys, welcome to Interchange 3, Unit 3, Lend a Hand. In this unit, we're going to talk about requests with modals, if clauses, and gerunds. And also, we will see indirect requests. Let's begin. These are some annoying favors that people usually ask. For example, could you babysit my kids on the weekend? Could you wash my stuff for a few minutes? Could you let me use your credit card? Could you drive me to the airport? Could you let me use your passcode to download a movie? Could you help me move to my new apartment? Could you come with me to my niece's school concert? Could you let me stay at your place for a couple of weeks? Could you donate to my favorite charity? Could you co-sign a bank loan for me? This is a conversation between Carlos and Keiko. They're talking about some favors. Let's listen to them.
Unit 3. Lend a Hand. Page 16. Exercise 2. Conversation. Thanks a million. Part A. Listen and practice.
Hey, Keiko, what's up?
Hi, Carlos. I was wondering if you could help me. I'm moving to my new apartment this weekend and my car is pretty small. Can I borrow your truck, please?
I need it on Saturday, but you can borrow it on Sunday.
Thanks so much.
Sure. So, have you packed already?
Uh-huh. I mean, I'll have everything packed by Sunday. You know, I think some of my boxes are going to be kind of heavy. Would you mind helping me put them in your truck on Sunday?
I guess not. I suppose you want my help taking them out of the truck, too.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks a million, Carlos.
Requests with modals, if clauses, and gerunds. We can use modals, if clauses, and gerunds to ask for favors or to make a request or petition. For example, can I borrow your computer? Is it okay if I use your cell phone to take some pictures? Will you mind cooking for us tonight? Here we have three examples. In the first one, we have the modal can. Here we have an if clause. Is it okay if? And here we have gerund, in this case, cooking, that is provoked by the use of the verb mind. Remember, after mind, the next verb should be in the gerund form. Here we have some examples of requests or petitions using the modals can and could. For example, can I wear your jeans tomorrow? Could you lend me $900 until next month? I was wondering if you could help me with my homework. In this case, you have the modals can and could. Remember, after modal verbs, in this case can and could, you're going to use the base form. Notice where is the base form, lend, and help, they are in the base form because you have the modal verbs can and could. If clauses. These are some examples of requests or petitions using if clauses. For example, is it okay if I use your credit card to buy on Amazon? Do you mind it if I borrow your car to go to the supermarket? Would it be alright if I visited you without calling you first? Would you mind if I used your cell phone to call 911? Notice here that here you use the base form, but here you use the past form. Why? Because you have the modal would and also you have if. In the request that you have would and if, you use the past form of the verb. Like here, visited, used, because you have if and would. Notice here that you have if, but you don't have would here, so you use the base form. These are some examples of requests or petitions using gerunds. For example, would you mind helping me with the presentation? Would you mind taking the kids to the park for 3 hours? I was wondering if you'd mind picking up the toys. I was wondering if you'd mind ordering some pizza. Remember, after the verb mind, the next verb should be in the gerund form, which is the verb plus ing. Remember, when you ask the question, would you mind, you want to know if the person has any problem with doing the action or with doing the favor. Here we have some verbs-noun collocations, some verbs that you can use with some specific nouns. For example, a favor. You can return a favor, you can do a favor, you can ask for a favor, but you cannot make a favor. That is not possible. You cannot combine favor with make. You can return a favor, you can do a favor, and you can ask for a favor. An apology. When you say sorry, you can owe an apology, you can offer an apology, and you can accept an apology, but you cannot do an apology. That is not possible. An invitation. You can receive an invitation, you can accept an invitation, and you can turn down an invitation. When you turn down an invitation, is that you don't accept. So you cannot offer an invitation. A gift or present. You cannot do a present, you can receive a present, you can give a present, and you can accept a present. A phone call. You can not do a phone call, you can return a phone call, you can make a phone call, and you can receive a phone call. A request or petition. You can accept a request or petition, you can make a request or petition, you can decline a petition. When you decline a petition, it's that you don't accept, but you cannot offer a petition. A compliment. When you say something nice to a person, you can receive a compliment, you can return a compliment, you cannot do a compliment, and you can give a compliment. Indirect requests. We can use the verbs ask and tell to send information, ask for information, or send a petition to a third person. For example, could you tell Juan that Lucia is sick? Can you tell Joel not to arrive late? Can you ask Oriana if she's going to come to the party? Could you ask Liam when we should visit him? For indirect requests, statements, or sentences, we need could you tell or can you tell plus the person plus that, which is optional, and the statement or sentence. For example, the first one is for Pamela. This message is for Pamela, and the message is it's going to rain a lot. So we say, could you tell Pamela that it's going to rain a lot? The second message is for Jane, and the message is the kids are hungry. Could you tell Jane that the kids are hungry? The next one is for Alex, and the message is Susan will visit us soon. For example, could you tell Alex that Susan will visit us soon? The last one is for Cindy, and the message is her cat made a mess. For example, could you tell Cindy that her cat made a mess? For indirect requests with imperatives, remember that imperatives are petitions, instructions, or orders. For example, pay attention in class, buy something to drink, don't go to bed, don't eat a lot of candy. Those are imperatives or petitions or orders. You need could you tell or can you tell plus the person plus the infinitive. Remember, the infinitive is to plus the verb plus the complement. For example, the first petition is for Joanne, and the petition is pay attention in class. So we say, could you tell Joanne to pay attention in class? The second petition or order or instruction is for Kate and Frank, and the petition is buy something to drink. So we say, could you tell Kate and Frank to buy something to drink? The next petition is for Anna, and it says, don't go to bed late. So we say, could you tell Anna not to go to bed late? The last one is for Lucia, and the petition is, don't eat a lot of candy. So we say, could you tell Lucia not to eat a lot of candy? Remember that we need the infinitive form, to plus verb. Indirect requests with yes/no questions. For indirect requests with yes/no questions, you need could you ask or can you ask plus the person plus if or whether or not is optional, and if and whether are synonyms, plus the sentence form. What is the sentence form? You have to transform this question into a sentence. For example, is Mario going to come? This is the question. What is the sentence? Mario is going to come. Can Leo play with us? The sentence is Leo can play with us. Did Jaime buy the cake? The sentence is Jaime bought the cake. In this case, we use the simple past because we have did. The last one, does Luis work at night? Here you have the simple present. So we say Luis works at night. If you noticed, these are the sentence forms here. For example, could you ask Elisa whether Mario is going to come or not? Could you ask Justin whether or not Leo can play with us? Could you ask Diana whether Jaime bought a cake? Could you ask Chrismeti if Luis works at night? Notice that or not is optional, and you can use or not at the end of the sentence or question, or you can use or not after whether. But also, if you don't want to use it, you don't use it, like here. Notice that here we don't have or not because it's optional. Or you can use if, which is the same, is a synonym for whether or whether or not. For indirect requests with WH questions or information questions, we need could you ask or can you ask plus the person plus the question where or the WH where plus the sentence form again. For example, this question is for Anthony. It says, what time does the store open? So it says, could you ask Anthony what time the store opens? The sentence is, the store opens. The second one is for Jennifer. When is she going to graduate? Could you ask Jennifer when she's going to graduate? The sentence is, she is going to graduate. And the last one is for Merlin. And the question is, how did Elena make this pizza? So we say, could you ask Merlin how Elena made this pizza? This is the sentence. If you notice, the store opens. She's going to graduate and Elena made this pizza. These are the sentence forms. Well guys, that was everything for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.